Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
The latest addition to Six Flags Magic Mountain, a look at a roller coaster that's one of a kind, set to break records. Plus, a low-barrier homeless shelter will once again be the topic of conversation this evening. Find out how you can attend the public forum. And a missing at-risk man. Find out how the Bakersfield Police Department needs your help to find him. Good morning and thanks for staying with us for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. I'm Melissa Flores. We're going to turn now to Chief Meteorologist Elena Rusk. Take a look at what's going on outside. A whole lot of fog this morning.
A lot of fog.
When you and I were headed to work, is everybody else going to experience the same thing, or are we going to?
It depends on where you are.
Okay.
Yeah, so some people are saying, hey, it's a little foggy at the mouth of the canyon. We've seen Arvin have some visibility that fell and now it's back up. So it's kind of coming and going in places. Really thick on the west side of the valley. Enough to where Rio Bravo Greeley has a 3-hour fog delay this morning because we know it always takes a while for them to dissipate. We also have some fog in the northwestern portion of the valley. So you see that dry pattern? It's not necessarily dry air. It's just dry in that we're not getting any rain today. Look at McFarland. They have less than a quarter mile of visibility. We've had some pretty bad fog on the west side of Bakersfield for most of the morning. And then once you get past the 99, it's pretty clear. But again, some fog is trying to form on the east side toward the 178, according to drivers. So there's our dense fog advisory. It is patches of dense fog, but it is pockets that are really dense, so keep that in mind as we're waking up to the 30s here in the valley this morning. It's in the 40s up in the mountains. Interesting that they are not as cold, but as we warm up later today, look at those 60s for the valley and some desert locations, even the Kern River Valley, 54 in Tehachapi, 55 in Fraser Park. So for that later today, you see how we have some clouds passing through. No rain just yet, like I mentioned. I'll show you the futurecast in a few minutes. If you are getting out the door right now, the gray shading shows the worst of the fog, but anywhere west of the 99 does have those dense patches as well.
Well, if you're looking for something new to do this weekend, maybe you want to get out of town, maybe you like roller coasters, well, we have something just for you. 23 ABC's Danielle Kernkamp is live at Six Flags Magic Mountain with the preview of their newest ride. She's hanging in there. She's already ridden it twice now, Danielle? And you're still intact.
Twice. It's barely 6 a.m. We've already ridden a roller coaster twice today, but I'll tell you something, it'll wake you up, especially when it's cold and dark outside still. We are joined here by Neil Thurman, the park president of Six Flags Magic Mountain. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning.
Good morning.
So you haven't ridden it yet today. You've ridden it before. First off, tell me your favorite part about this coaster.
You know what? You launch right out into what we call the high five.
Yes.
And it's a great element where you immediately roll into a high five and you're right up against the other train that you're racing. It's a great start to the ride.
So much fun. So we're sitting on the ride right now. We're not actually going to ride it. They're letting me take a break, thank goodness, because after a couple of times in the early morning, you know you need a little bit of a break. But it's been so much fun so far. And it's in a new area, too. A lot of it is just brand new to the public. Tell us about it.
It's an entirely new area. It's a 5-acre area called the Underground, which, of course, features the ride. It's wrapped all the way around you, so you feel the energy when you're in the area. We've got brand new culinary offers that are in the area to us, so it's an amazing experience just in the area itself.
Absolutely, and what's cool about it is it kind of has those LA-centric vibes to it, and so if you're coming down from Bakersfield or anywhere in Kern County, you get that LA feel without actually having to go into LA, right? So this ride, it's breaking some records, right? There's different things about this ride than other coasters in the entire world. Tell us about the specialties of it.
So it is the first quadruple launched single track racing coaster ever built. So the entire ride, you're racing the rides right next to each other.
It is so much fun. Neil, thank you so much for waking up with us today. We're going to be riding it again. They're not going to let me get off that easy, but it's going to be later in this hour, so stick around. Live at Six Flags Magic Mountain, Danielle Kernkamp, 23 ABC, connecting you.
All right, thanks, Danielle. The city of Bakersfield will hold a public forum this afternoon to discuss its new low-barrier homeless shelter. 23 ABC's Daniela Garrido has more on the current status of this issue and what council members hope the outcome of today's meeting will be.
In December, the city held 2 meetings to introduce the public to the new homeless shelter and receive feedback. Still, the decision was continued by council members. Tonight at 6 p.m., the community will have a third opportunity to voice their opinions on the shelter. Some council members saying they hope this will be the last before their vote on January 22nd.
And now we're at this critical moment where the city council will have to make a decision on where we're going to put this facility, and that will happen on January 22nd.
Time is running out for the public to bring ideas and comments to the drawing board of the city of Bakersfield's new homeless shelter.
The existing shelters in Bakersfield currently are full. And we know that there are still others who don't qualify, so to speak, or cannot enter those facilities for many reasons. Either they have pets, they have partners that they don't want to part with, or they have possessions that they can't bring along.
The new shelter would bring down those barriers, making it a low barrier shelter in one of 2 suggested locations, the Brown Street property in Councilmember Andre Gonzalez's ward.
And my hope is that we build it at Calcott and we move forward with the plan that we set forth months and months ago.
Or the Calcott property in Councilmember Willie Rivera's ward.
I'm still making my case that I think there are better, cheaper, more efficient alternatives on the table, things we're not considering. Those are things I think the City Council should look into when we come back to this item later this month.
Today's public forum has been moved to the Rabobank Convention Center in hopes of hearing from a different side of the community.
Often when it comes to issues like this, we hear from people who are most directly affected, and it's important to hear from those people. But in this third community meeting, we really want to hear from the broader community, stakeholders from throughout Bakersfield.
And after tonight's meeting, time will be ticking for a decision.
I'm hoping that we hear from residents how they feel about the issue. I want them to leave there better informed, and I want us to leave there knowing what the community is thinking.
On January 22nd, council members will vote once again on the homeless shelter location. There will only be 2 weeks between then and tonight's public forum. For more information on the city's presentation, you can find it on our website, turnto23.com. Live in studio, Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
The Bakersfield Police Department is asking for your help in identifying a suspect in an attempted carjacking. Take a good look at these surveillance photos. According to BPD, on December 12th, the suspect approached 2 customers who were leaving a restaurant near the intersection of Columbus Street and Mount Vernon Avenue in Northeast Bakersfield. They assaulted them while attempting to take their vehicle. The suspect was not able to steal the vehicle and fled on foot from the scene. We have a full description of the suspect on our website, turnto23.com. Anyone with information regarding this investigation is asked to call BPD at 327-7111. And BPD also looking for a suspect in a vehicle burglary in South Bakersfield. That suspect described as a white man, approximately 30 years old, with a goatee, beard, and missing front tooth. He was wearing black sunglasses, a white t-shirt, and carrying a black backpack. Police said the suspect burglarized several vehicles on the morning of December 12th on Woolard Drive between Hughes Lane and Benton Street. The following day, one of the victims saw the suspect carrying some of the stolen possessions and took a photo. Anyone with information is again asked to call BPD at 327-7111. The Kern County Sheriff's Office asking for your help in finding 2 missing runaways. Their case is not connected. KCSO needs help finding 16-year-old Xavier Fisher. He was last seen on June 27th of last year in Bakersfield. He's described as 6 feet tall, weighing 150 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. KCSO also looking for 17-year-old Destiny Yelland. She was last seen last month on December 10th in Bakersfield. She's described as being about 5 feet 2 inches tall, weighing about 115 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Anyone who has seen either of the missing teenagers is asked to call KCSO at 861-3110. And coming into our newsroom late last night, police also looking for a missing Bakersfield man. They say 24-year-old Angelo Lara went missing near the area of Lenox and California Avenues. BPD says he's considered at risk due to a mental disability. He was last seen wearing a black jacket with black pants and sandals. He's described as a Filipino man with a medium build, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. If you've seen Lara or know where he might be, call BPD at 327-7111. Now to education news. If you're looking to enroll in college this upcoming semester, Bakersfield College is holding a 1-day express enrollment this week. This is video of a previous express enrollment. You need to bring a picture ID, high school transcripts if you're a recent graduate, or college and university transcripts. It's happening tomorrow from 1 until 5 p.m. at the Panorama campus. You can check in at the Welcome Center in the administration building. Well, the day has finally come. In Bakersfield tonight, Sesame Street Live. That's right, all the classic characters like Elmo, Cookie Monster, and Big Bird are going to be taking the stage on a magical adventure. You and the kids are going to have 3 chances to attend the live performance at Mechanics Bank Theater. The first show is going to be tonight at 6 p.m. Tomorrow, there's going to be another show. That one is at 10:30 a.m. And then the final show is going to be at 6 p.m. Tickets start at $15.